My name is Paul Craig. I'm a lecturer and researcher at the Universidad Tecnológica de la Mixteca. In this presentation, I would like to talk about my research achievement to date and my research plan for the next 3 years. Most of my work focuses on information visualization, which is the study of interactive visual representations of abstract data to reinforce human cognition. Information visualization is also closely related to visual analytics, where there's more of a focus on combining visualization with statistical analysis. The start of my research career focused on information visualization for the analysis of large-scale time series data. This began with my PhD, which argues that if data cannot be effectively visualized in a static display, then animation can be used as a third display dimension to help reveal patterns over time. This argument was tested with various prototypes of an application developed for the analysis of microarray time series data. The prototypes were evaluated in collaboration with a number of biological research groups around Scotland, looking at things like breast cancer, dormant viruses, and tissue development. Our results allowed us to develop a set of general guidelines for the use of animation in information visualization. These include points such as allowing the user control over the pace and direction of the animation, and guidelines for the use of static views to help with the interpretation of patterns. The findings from my PhD also formed the basis of a 2-year Scottish Enterprise project, where I worked as lead developer in a core team of 4 people. The software we developed is still supported at Edinburgh Napier University, and a case study with our latest prototype has recently been published in the journal BMC Bioinformatics. The next phase of my research looked at using animation with legible text. Datasets often contain text, but displaying text in an information visualization can be problematic since text doesn't easily convert into a visual analog. In my postdoc with the National Science Foundation funded SEED project, I tested an animated layout optimized for legibility using interaction and animation to reveal more of the data over time while preserving the proper sizing, alignment and stacking of text for reading and scanning. Specifically, I used an animation for the exploration of labeled hierarchical taxonomy data and developed the concept relationship editor. This is a visual interface to support the assertion of synonymy relationships between taxonomic classifications. It uses an interactive space-filling adjacency layout to allow users to expand multiple lists of taxa with common parents so they can explore and add relationships between 2 distinct taxonomic classifications. My more recent examples of animated layouts optimized for legibility include the Dialogue Explorer for the analysis of human-machine dialogue, the Cluster Explorer for the analysis of clustered phrases, and the Mexican History Browser for exploring document collections describing events. These applications were developed for a 1-year CONACYT funded project looking at human-computer information retrieval. Another important aspect of my work is a focus on cooperative visualization and learning. So far, I have developed cooperative visualization functionality into the Gene Expression Time Series Explorer and the Concept Relationship Editor. I'm also currently looking at cooperative and collaborative working as part of a large interdisciplinary project led by the Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México. My group's part of this project is to investigate how people collaborate when learning or exploring data. We hope to determine how the more beneficial natural processes involved in collaboration can be managed through different aspects of interface design. This has begun with initial tests investigating how school children cooperate when operating an interactive educational video game using a large touchscreen. The contribution of this research was recognized by the Outstanding Scholarly Contribution Award at the International Conference on System Research, Informatics and Cybernetics. For the immediate future, over the next year or so, I would like to continue working with collaborative and cooperative visualization. I believe that the next big challenge for human-computer interaction is likely to be how we adapt to emerging display and control technology and manage active cooperation, with multiple users working together in the same place and at the same time. This way of working should allow users to share talents and be more productive, while at the same time having a more sociable, engaging experience. So far, the basis of the technology exists, and users are already improvising to work this way. But co-located cooperative working is not generally explicitly supported by software. For me, this represents a great opportunity and challenge for information visualization and interaction design in general. Some very interesting questions arise when we consider co-located collaborative working. For example, how can we characterize different forms of co-located multi-user behavior? What's the most effective way to model the process of collaboration? How can we manage collaborative behavior at the interface level? So for example, how do we divide screen space or allow users to share virtual resources? Moreover, co-situated concurrent collaboration is more immediate and intimate than remote collaboration. It's also more complex and therefore more difficult to control. In order to answer some of these questions and develop the most effective interfaces, it's desirable to combine talents from different areas such as data analysis, information visualization, interaction design, statistics, and psychology. This would likely involve building an interdisciplinary team by involving existing partners, as well as making new contacts and developing student projects. A typical methodology would involve an initial study of how people collaborate using traditional interfaces. The findings of this study would allow us to modify the design of interfaces to better suit natural forms of collaboration. This would be followed by successive rounds of prototyping and evaluation to improve and qualify interfaces before the dissemination of final results. Case studies would be in the areas of education, where my group at the UTM are already looking at tactics for dividing screen space for maths learning games, and multidimensional data analysis, where we are currently collaborating with groups in Spain and Puebla to develop a technique using quantile curves to visualize bivariate correlations. In the medium term, over the next 3 years, I'll be looking to develop further case studies and adapt to new emerging display and control technologies. It's likely that further case studies might be in data-intensive application areas such as logistics, business analytics, biology, ecology, genomics, and social sciences. These are areas where I already have some experience. New developing technologies are likely to involve motion sensing, ubiquitous computing with multiple interconnected devices, and augmented reality where virtual objects are superimposed onto our vision of the real world. So, to conclude, I'm an experienced researcher with a strong record of publications and supervision. I have one completed master's student and one student in the process of writing up. We also have 2 PhDs close to completion in our research group, and another master's student, as well as 2 research assistants. I have over 20 publications. I'm also on the editorial board for the Journal of Applied Research and Technology at the Universidad Nacional Autónoma de Mexico, and on the program committee for IEEE Information Visualization. I'm currently committed to write 1 book chapter and co-author another book chapter. Both of these are to appear in 2015. I've worked on research projects and helped write research funding proposals for a number of funding bodies, including the National Science Foundation, Scottish Enterprise and CONACYT. I have a good record of collaboration and interdisciplinary working with groups in Mexico and the UK, and solid plans to continue innovative, valuable research in the future. Finally, I would like to thank you for your attention and invite you to look at my website or contact me directly if you have any questions or comments regarding the presentation. Thank you.